We all can seem to strive towards a greater reality, and humans oftentimes they feel like when they do not achieve or live to their ideals, then they are somehow unworthy of being complete in a sense. They are somehow unworthy of being it. And I'm here to tell you that that is a false belief. It's not really true. You see, we then start striving again for some appearance. It's exactly the same in a sense as having a certain amount of money in the bank account, having achieved a certain status in society, or being somebody special, right? Only if then I have. When this is achieved, I'll have everything. I'll be that. And it is subtle, it is very subtle. It is, we're trying to be a better person. That's not wrong in itself. It's, I would say, a great intention to have, and a great movement, a great creation that we can bring forth. But there might be days when we're not that. There might be days when we are not our ideal. And I have these days. And actually today it's a bit of a day like that. I like having a diet. Although there are people in the spiritual community that actually say that, well, life is about enjoying and you shouldn't really have a diet and all of that. For me, that is what works best for my mental clarity, and so I mainly want to have that, but I didn't today. I ate some chocolate, and that's also fine. Don't have to beat yourself up. The next time you can come back and just realize, okay, we keep going. And obviously at a certain point you do, in a way, want to have that be the reality you're living in. For example, another thing you might want to have is, a lot of people, they don't want to masturbate because they want to have that energy within themselves always. They obviously they want to have sex, and masturbation is part of that, and it is totally fine, but overdoing it is not always that great. And again, this goes for diet, for everything. We might see ourselves wanting, or at least aiming towards a reality that is, well, that ideal, and it is attainable. But let's make an example. I picked that up from somebody. Let's make an example. Let's, for example, say you always wanted to have a diet within your life, and at your deathbed, you lay in bed and you recognize, I really did everything in life except the diet thing. I always seemed to struggle with that. I always came back to eating chocolate. Like, I never had a real time period where I actually stuck to that. And that is something I didn't achieve. Then you're still okay with it. Like, that's the attitude we're aiming for, right? It's, you are complete either or, you are always yourself, always infinite consciousness. No matter how you act, no matter how you think or behave, that doesn't mean that we are now not allowed. Of course, you are allowed to do whatever you want, but it doesn't mean that we should, again, allow this kind of consumistic, is that a word? What I'm trying to say is that that there are obviously behaviors and actions that serve us, that serve us greatly. And I would always recommend and tell people to aim for that if they want to have a better life, because being thankful helps, being nice to each other helps, being forgiving always helps, for yourself and others. Having a clean diet also helps. Meditating. Obviously, there are people that say you don't have to meditate, and I am familiar that there supposedly have been many masters that many spiritual masters that refused to meditate. And I do understand that, like, at a certain point we might drop all of it, right? We might just allow ourselves to release everything and be nobody. Not in a bad sense, like that doesn't mean you don't have a personality or something, but that is a topic for another video. So coming back to this video, if you fail, it's alright. Love yourself as well in those moments, because it is about the way you get up after you fall. I'm just putting the quotation marks there because I don't want to suggest that there is any failing. There's just, you make a choice, you see, oh, this is not a choice I like. So you come and you do something else, right? It's not to say that it is bad. It's just a choice you made, and you might prefer something else. And so you choose with integrity and sovereignty. That being said, if there is something that you would like to talk about after this video, or in general, then there is a link in the description to my webpage where you can book a 15-minute free call with me, and we can see if we can work together, if you are interested in that. If not, then obviously don't bother, but still leave a like, a subscription, and a comment down below. Be free to ask. Feel free to ask anything you want. I would be glad to help and see if I can loosen things up for you. This is why I do this stuff. This is why I offer my online sessions, to see if I can really loosen up and help you step in a reality you prefer, right? Be it pain you're holding, be it goals you're trying to attain, whatever, right? Whatever goes in the realm of reality, self, spirituality, life. That being said, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time. Thank you.